So I'm gonna do my absolute best to try and express what I'm talking about here. I know that there's a topic that recently has been blown out of proportion, in my opinion, and both disagreeing and agreeing. I'm not really good with words, but I know my experience. I know what I'm trying to talk about, and I'm hoping that this kind of calms down a lot of the blown out of proportion end of comments that I've been seeing. So basically, Candy Cakes made a video talking about clickbait and lying about like statistics of like weapons that are being called OP or meta when in reality they're like, eh. And obviously you can make any weapon look amazing when it comes to content creation or the individual. Like you could just do that. There, you get a stick, you can make it look like a sword, you know. But and Candy Cakes, love his content, love his streams. Nothing wrong with this video. He was not throwing shade at anyone. It wasn't like he was like, yo, Chibi, screw your content. He was not throwing shade. He was basically even saying that if you do this, that's okay. If you don't do this, that's okay too. Just giving thoughts. But that's not how other people perceive it. And I've seen this happen before. I've seen how it happens even with my own content. Just because you're the individual that's like, hey, don't throw shade at people and, you know, yeah, clickbait's okay. I'm just giving my thoughts on this way or that way. Big brain. You got people doing the complete opposite. And that's sadly what's been happening in a way, and I'm not mad at Candy Cakes for doing so. I've never been upset with anyone for doing that, because that'd be ridiculous, because I would hope nobody would feel the same way with me if I like this video or anything like that. Like, I have no hatred towards anyone's content on how they do things, because that's how YouTube is. It's a gosh darn mess. You could have something work this way on that channel of someone else's channel, but not work on the other of someone else's channel. Just because you're like, well, so-and-so's got a bunch of subscribers and they make thousands of views within an hour and they don't clickbait. Therefore, big brain, you should do it and it should work as long as you're nice to your audience. Like, no. That's not entirely true. And one of the things that I've always told all of you is that only thing that I care about, and I mean this, is that I'm just hoping that you're entertained. That I'm hopefully making at least one of you smile, laugh, whatever, you know, anything positive out of my content, because that was the reason why I made my channel in the first place, was because back in the day, I would have bad days, going to school or whatever, not going into details about mental health or anything, but I would watch content and it would make me smile, and I just wanted to do that in return. I never cared about fame. I never cared about making tons of money. I just wanted to be okay when it came to income and financials. And that's basically it. And I knew that if I went down a road that YouTube was probably going to hinder my channel on, well, so be it. Because I was not going to change to become famous. And one of those is obviously just being adult, like as in making your content more adult. Instead of it being just guides and how-tos and here's statistics this, here's statistic that, I make content that's there to be funny. Well, quote-unquote funny. I know not everyone's going to find my content humorous or anything, and that's okay. I am who I am, and I will never tell you to do different for yourself on who you are as personality-wise. But the thing is YouTube is very mysterious. It's bot. It's very mysterious. I could sit here and tell you that YouTube probably can hinder your channel if you upload even a single video that doesn't do well. You know that thing in your dashboard that tells you, good job, your video's getting a decent amount of views. I don't know how that happened, probably because YouTube's bot actually threw the video out there to even just your subscribers, but hooray, your video's doing good. To, wow, this video is garbage. I don't know why you uploaded this. It's not even making even close to the amount of views that you normally get. You want me to recommend this to the people that would want to watch this? Nah. Clearly this video is garbage, because look at its views. Look at its impression click rate. I could go down that list and say that if you try and do variety and you're known for just Destiny content, Godspeed, because that could be something that you could fear of as well. I could tell you that watch time is important, and that's it. Maybe. I don't know. But what I've heard is many different things. Oversaturating your thumbnails is important. I could tell you that. Making bold titles and saying something is OP could work as well. Big, trendy words do definitely get out there very easily. But people think that, well, you shouldn't do that. Okay. How many videos do you think are being uploaded on YouTube every day? Like millions. Like every hour to minute. Like it's a lot. And when it comes to certain topics of things out there, being different can also be very beneficial. So if you make a video that's saying something's trash when everyone says it's amazing, that will get impressions. It will be thrown out there. YouTube will be like, hey, something different in the same category of all the glass weapons or something. That's something that could work. If you say something that's OP and meta and such, something trendy, that works too. If you try and be honest with every single video, and I'm not saying that people are lying, I think that certain weapons, even though that they're not the most OP thing in the world, they do feel great, and there's stuff to justify that. Everyone has a different view on certain things. It's just like when you play a certain game. Some people like Call of Duty Ghosts, and I sit there and go, why? Why? And I try and explain why the game is garbage. But that doesn't change their view. They still think that video game was amazing. I could tell people that Infinite Warfare had the best Call of Duty campaign out of every Call of Duty, and people do the same thing to me. It's all about perspective. But when it comes to YouTube, when it comes to the job end, the analytics, and trying to praise to the YouTube bot, I don't have an answer for you. Everything's different. Everything is mysterious in certain ways. I could tell you, don't do this or do that, but I know that there's just a lot of mystery behind it as well. Like, views don't show proof that something works. It doesn't, because you could try and do the same exact thing, and your video will probably not even get recommended to your own audience, regardless. That's not entirely true. And copying people's tags or descriptions or titles also don't work. Like, they're not guaranteed. That's kind of why I wanted to make this video, is because I'm not upset with Cammy Cakes or anyone regardless. But that's the sad truth, is people look at somebody's view and then they twist and turn it into something like, oh, so clickbait is bad. And people are lying to me, and they should not do that because this person does it this way and that, when that was not what they were doing. And I don't know why why we have to always express that, but sadly we do. That's why in our own videos, we try our best to say, hey, don't do this. And then you got, Larry, sorry if your name is Larry, I'm not calling out any Larrys out there, like, well, I'm gonna do it. Like, no, you shouldn't. But there's so many content creators I watch. I do a lot of the lurking, and I watch their streams, I watch their content, and everyone's got a different personality. They got a different means of how they make content. They have things that work for them, things that don't work for them, and that's how it does. There's nothing wrong with it. But I don't personally, in my opinion, I feel like, quote unquote, lying about stuff is not necessarily wrong. You're just trying to aim your content to a bot to be, happy with what you uploaded. But not only that, but you want to express a entertainment value to your content as well. Just the same as if you were going to say something is trash. Everyone's got their own views. And just because you want to throw statistics on why this or that does not really work. Because trust me, I tried to throw statistics on how garbage Call of Duty Ghosts is, and it doesn't work. Statistics are statistics. Yes, they do throw in proof of certain things, but they don't necessarily change views on things and actually prove points when it comes to certain things like video games and weapons. I've had people tell me that they absolutely think that certain scouts in the game are top tier in PvE, and I raise an eyebrow and I go, what? Like, it's a matter of perspective. But please, and I want to make this absolutely clear, YouTube, and this goes even for me, I'm not sitting here like I know everything. And I know that people are going to perceive it that way, because guess what, just what I said earlier, how people perceive it, even though you're not saying that. I'm not saying I know it. I'm telling you I don't. But I do know it's not that easy. And when content creators do certain things, you shouldn't be mad at them. They're not lying to you. They're not aiming to just trick you. That's never been my goal either. I just want to make entertaining content, and that's it. And that's what everyone else, pretty sure, is doing as well. I'm not saying everyone's the same. But, again, just wanted to make this quick video. Maybe I'm dumb on certain ends, I don't know, but I know where my heart is with this topic, because yes, YouTube is, people take they get very touchy with it, especially if they treat it as their job, because it is a scary, scary job. Nothing is guaranteed. It's random at certain instances. You could have tons and tons of views in one instance, and then next, none. Not making a cent. I'm grateful with all of you, all of my audience, for what I have. I already knew that my hindered content was going to happen because, one, me do swear words, and two, I'm trying to do variety as well. Like, as in, just because I love video games, and that's what I aim to do. I'm not gonna make a second channel, most likely. I may, if I have to, but everything's different. Everything's different on how YouTube works. We don't have the answer. So, yeah. I guess the moral of the story is, if you want to do certain things this way or that way with YouTube, go right ahead. And don't get mad at somebody for making a video that they honestly were making their point to not throw shade at anyone. But at the same time, we gotta be not ignorant to the idea that people will perceive it the different way. Like, as in, just because you say, don't do this, and I'm not doing this, doesn't mean that everyone's going to be like, ah, yes, I heard what they said. As they have, no ears attached. So regardless, I hope you have a chibi-tastic day, night, evening, wherever you are. And yeah, thank you so much for listening. Regular content will be uploaded. Don't worry, I just wanted to make this video. Thank you so much.